You want the truth? Well, here's the wicked truth.
Will whoop your ass. I will say that.
Right.
And I have seen him whoop ass.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I have seen him go back to back with us. He ain't running behind the bodyguards. He got them throwing blows. We in the club fighting 100 niggas.
Right.
The door this way.
Right.
We fighting to get to the motherfucking door to get outside to the van to get the fuck on.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I done seen that Will.
Right.
So he mean what he say and say what he mean.
Right.
Good dude. I can tell another story. We was in Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, had a show up there. Face missed his flight.
Okay.
So I had to rap face parts.
Wow.
So it's me, Bill, and Will.
Wow.
Will made sure I got paid. Now I didn't get face cut.
Right.
But
Right.
he made sure it was the most money I had to make doing the motherfucking show at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He like, man, give him something, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's it.
So that's my story with Will. Like every time you can talk to him,
Right.
he give you advice. Like that's my.
Out of the three, who would you say that you had a closer relationship out of the three? With Brad,
Then Bill, then Will, because
Will.
I never just been around Will like that, except side shows and going on the road or something like that.
Okay.
But see, I live with Face, and then like I said, I used to basically stay with Bill. And another story about Bill is, we drove from Houston to here to Atlanta. This is when he had to deal with Ichiban.
Oh, Bill.
Bill.
Mm-hmm. Had that Everclear.
That was Everclear was before that. This was after the rapper life. This is when he left rapper life.
Okay, gotcha.
And matter of fact, this day we went to Ichiban, the Yin Yang twin were there. Kane might remember this story.
Okay.
But anyway, we come here to Atlanta, and so we go to my mom's house, go to my mom and stepdad and shit. And so Bill coming that motherfucker, I'm hoping here this nigga don't go crazy from my mom and them and shit.
Right.
But he was on his best behavior this day.
Right.
And this is why I love him to this day, right here. He say, ma'am, he say, Miss KB, do y'all have something to eat? She like, yeah, I cook you some. He said, no, do y'all have groceries? So mama like, she looking like, yeah, we got some groceries on. So he went looked in the refrigerator. Bill went in his pocket. No, he had a little pouch.
Right.
Went in that pocket, grabbed water money, gave my mama $500. Said, go to the grocery store. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And then my stepdad was selling weed.
Right.
So he like, hey, I want to buy all the weed you got.
Wow.
And so my stepdad looking like, man, I got a nice little.
Right.
He like, bring it out.
Yeah.
So now we got a goddamn table
oh.
full of weed. He rolling, my stepdad rolling, you know what I'm saying? My partner rolling.
Right.
Just rolling off the weed, you know what I'm saying? My mama looking like,
What the?
nigga, like, looking at my stepdad like, nigga, you know we don't do it like this. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Right.
this before my mama joined the church and all that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
any church folk, you know, like,
Right.
Yeah, don't y'all be doing all that.
Miss Brown,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was back in her day.
You
But,
know, Pastor Williams, leave it alone.
yeah. So, you know, but that night was beautiful, man. Like, he met all my little cousins and shit, took pictures and shit like this day. And, you know, from that day on, me and Bill had a nice relationship. You know what I'm saying? We ended up, you know, staying down in Atlanta for about a week. We ended up staying in Atlanta for about a week and then went back to Houston. But, you know, our relationship became, like, he called me, I called him. Me and him became cool.
Right.
But out of all three of them, though, it was Face, Bill, then Will. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we're going to take a short break right back, man. Let this commercial play.
Man, I got some can out there. I need this can.
Stack. I'm trying to get us to break, man, so you can go back there and we can shove some M&M's down your mouth, man.
I want some can.
Okay? We'll be right back, man, with more KB right after this message. So, KB, before we cut the break, man, we was kind of talking about, you know what I'm saying, Bushwick. I now want to, you know what I'm saying, fast forward to you and Devin Da Dude.
Okay.
How did you meet him? And how did y'all come up with that song, Show 'Em, which is like one of my favorite songs, you know that, from when we was at the concert. I stopped the whole concert. Hey, KB, you finna perform this song.
Yeah.
But tell us how you met Devin Da Dude and what it was like, you know, working with him.
I met Devin Da Dude. Well, I met him at the concert at the gate.
Okay.
They were with the Face Mob.
Was that night that you rapped for Face?
Yeah, I met him.
Gotcha.
I met him that night because he was in. They had the Face Mob going on. I met him that night, but we officially met when I went to Houston. Remember I told you when I went to Houston, and Face had a condo out there and shit. And so it was me, my homeboy Rico, and some homeboy Rico like, man, looking for to go hop in the shower. You know what I'm saying? You like Devin gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying? Open the door. So shit, doorbell ring. And that nigga goddamn came in, nigga had a goddamn 12-pack of Budweiser and some goddamn chicken and waffles.
Right.
My first time eating chicken and waffles.
Did you know Devin before then?
That's what I'm saying. I met him
from
at the
music?
concert. Yeah, because remember he had the art squad back in like '94.
So you was you had already knew about his music.
I had already knew about the music.
Gotcha.
Like I said, back in '94 he came out with a group called the Art Squad.
Okay.
And then they did the Face Mob.
Okay.
So like I said, I met him at the concert.
Gotcha.
But then I officially met him at the apartment that night.
Gotcha.
This day. And so he came in with the beard, and the nigga went in there and cooked some damn chicken and waffles and shit. I'm like, chicken and waffles? And so I ate that shit. That shit was good as a motherfucker. So goddamn, that nigga out there start rolling them blunts up and shit. And I'm talking about this motherfucking fat. Like,
Right.
I'm in the coma. Goddamn. But so that's when we first officially met. And then from that day right there, me and him been like this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because like I just told you, he was in the group called the Art Squad, and he was in the Face Mob, but they was pushing him to go solo.
Gotcha.
So right around I got there, we working on the Untouchable album, and then like he was gonna be like the first artist on Face label in the Face.
Oh.
So he really didn't want to go solo. He wanted to do another Art Squad album.
Right.
So the song "Do What the Fuck You Want to Do," he had the instrumental to that.
Do what the fuck you wanna do.
This day at the apartment, the first day I met him, he played two beats for me. He played that one and another beat called "I Can't Quit." N.O. Joe did them beats, and so he said, "Man, I ain't got no song to it. I just got this hook." And he sung that part of that "Do What the Fuck You Want." Say what you want, you want, that shit. So I'm like, man, that motherfucker jamming. You might need to go ahead and write that shit.
Right.
And so he like, okay, all right. He like, all right. So then, fast forward, he working on his album. So that song with the Pussy Make For, you asking about, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm on like about 5 songs on that first Devin album.
Right.
But we in there, and he playing his beat, and man, motherfucker jamming right there, man. And so how we normally do it, we'll start up like a little cipher and shit. Like we in here right now, he might start rapping, and you might, we just start just freestyling.
Right.
And then when a nigga catch your vibe, nigga just catch it.
Right.
And so then shit, the producer, he tracking it out, you know what I'm saying, getting the beat ready. So me and Devin, we break off and go in the vocal booth and shit, sit down. He started off just like how I started.
Right.
I'm laughing like, yeah. I came back in my little shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now we just going back and forth in the vocal booth, just freestyling that shit, but the good parts, we write it down.
Right.
I'd have loved to be in
You know what I'm saying? Like we just rapping, smoking, freestyling. Oh shit, that shit funny, man, write that shit.
Right.
Write it down. Then we got up, laid that motherfucker.
Wow.
Just like that right there.
My God, that thing there, because I was wondering, like when you hear that song, Show 'Em, y'all going back and forth. I envision like, I thought that like that really happened. Did that really happen?
Oh, yeah, like some of it did. You know what I'm saying? Like we took pieces, bits and pieces.
Right.
Like the part when I say I stuck my foot inside the pussy, took it out and sucked my toes.
Right.
That was a true story. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You a married man? That can't be.
yeah.
You can't keep it too real.
Yeah. No, my wife, she liked that song too. Though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, like that shit. And then like the part about me calling him over, like I used to do that shit all the time. Right. So like they say, art imitates life, but like any given time, niggas come into my apartment, goddamn, I'm gonna have some goddamn. Some
Right.
Any given day, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, some of it was real, you know what I'm saying? Like just, cause like I said, we in there, I was just freestyling and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Hey, man, write that part, like the shit about but she keep her neighbor clean.
Oh my God, that's so fun.
That was a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm freestyling that shit. We like, man, we laugh as always, like, man, write that shit.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
So
You know
y'all
what I mean?
had fun recording.
Yeah, hey, we had fun like a motherfucker. We
Yeah.
in the vocal booth, me and him, with headphones on. Just,
And it comes off on the song like that. You can
like
tell,
that.
like I could almost hear one of y'all laughing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As you saying it.
yeah, that's how it was.
But you keep a neighbor clean.
Yeah, that's how it was. That was the freestyle. So when we done that motherfucker, and then when Face, cause matter of fact, that song came out on my homie's album before it came out on Devin.
Yeah, it did. It
was
did.
on my
That's
homies.
why I first
Yeah,
heard it.
yeah, it was jamming that hard. Face like hell no, y'all gotta put that.
Therefore, that's
motherfucker
going
here.
on the album,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
right.
Yeah, then it came out on Devin album after.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But so it came out like that. So that's how that shit ever recorded. And then his album came out. Then he started going on tour, and then it was just me and him on tour. Me, him, Warren Lee, Rico, and B Dub. Doing the groundwork. We was opening up for Cash Money and shit. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Do you still talk to Devin?
Hell yeah, I just talked to him last week.
Okay.
He got a show in Nashville.
Man,
coming
shout
up.
out to Devin Da Dude, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? KB, tell me a little bit about, man, what went into that crunch time. I mean, now that was another one of my favorite records.
Yeah.
You know, matter of fact, you know, I was playing it when you got here.
Yeah.
You know, how did that record come about?
You want the truth? Well, here's the wicked truth.